If a plant dies, it's okay.
Sometimes there's too much heat, too much sun, too much humidity, moisture. If they don't survive in your apartment, have a funeral for it.
I've had many.
Hello, we are the Manscapers from Bravo's hit TV show Backyard Envy.
We are the Manscapers. We landscape spaces all across New York City.
Oh my God!
Now business is booming.
Wow!
We're here to share a few tips for you and your apartment space without having to spend a lot of money.
We should say we're with Cosmo, right? With Cosmo.
So the first tip I want to share with you is invest in your pots. You can have any average houseplant, but if you find the right container, you suddenly have created a piece of art for your home.
Art for your home. Like this one. So pretty.
This is definitely my favorite pot. It is a Speedo, which is very me, with a Miro painting on it. I wish I owned this Speedo, but I don't. So cute.
We love to shop vintage. We love to add texture and color. This is your moment to be creative and adventurous. This is an orchid pot that has all these holes, and most people use these outside, but I love this inside because it has this nice mossy look to it. Gives the interior a little bit of warmth.
For the next tip, we always like to live for the drama.
Dig that hole and bury yourself in it, bitch.
Especially James.
You're literally repeating everything Garrett said and putting it in my mouth. I didn't say that.
And we like to do that with our houseplants too. It's not about filling your space with a bunch of small, tiny little plants. It's about having one large dramatic plant, like a bird of paradise. You put a bird of paradise in your living room, it causes drama. And that is a statement and a really easy way to not have to have a lot of plants and fill your space with greenery. Before you start hanging plants, make sure you check out the walls in your apartment. You don't want to just drill a hook right into drywall. It'll rip right out. It might seem light at first, but as soon as you water it, they get 2 to 3 times as heavy. So you want to make sure that you're drilling into a beam or something that will hold a heavy plant.
Gotta use a stud finder.
But you're a stud finder.
I'm a stud loser.
You know what? I feel like we all know how to find studs. Are we able to get them? I don't know, but we can find them. If you're renting an apartment and you don't want to nail into the walls, you can do magnets, or you can even do a suspension rod or even a coat hanging rack. It's a really easy way to hang plants and not worry about losing your deposit at the end.
Should have thought of that 10 apartments ago.
Put them in your shower, your bathtub, or your sink, water them in there, and then let all the water and dirt drain out, and then hang them back up.
The last thing you want is leaky plants all over your nice sofa.
Nobody likes a leaky
No
plant.
one likes a leaky plant. This is the best tool for watering your plants. It's a moisture meter, and it tells you if your plants are too wet or too dry. All you do is you literally just stick it in the pot, and it will tell you exactly how wet the soil is. So this soil is moist, which is perfect. You don't want it too wet, because that's the #1 way that you kill plants, is overwatering.
What are your other tips, Garrett?
So I have this really large marginata tree, which requires a very large pot. But instead of the top just being dirt or moss, I've decided to fill it with different little houseplants. So I have this Tradescantia Nanook that just kind of drapes nicely over, this little star fern back here. And I actually just keep them right in the plastic containers because it makes it much easier to water. And if you need to change them out, it's no problem, just pop it out. It makes it look really nice.
Don't forget about weird places like your fire escape. Some landlords might be difficult and yell at you, but you know, ask for forgiveness, not permission. You can grow basil, maybe a couple tomatoes, some cilantro, unless you have that gene where you don't like it. Parsley, I could go on and on. There's many herbs. Stress of the city in a pandemic, have a little lavender out there, get that smell of garbage and lavender. And then you have something to do. You go outside and you water your plants and you feel like a plant daddy.
I mean, I can't tell you how much having that one little sliver of greenery outside of my window, even though it's just a fire escape, totally changed my mood for the day. It's nice. It's therapy.
I'm going to show you all my beautiful plant corners throughout my house, and hopefully you can get the look for yourself. There's a beautiful orchid planted in a vase right here, and you just mist it a little bit once a month. Here's a cute little vintage chair that I got. And then I just like to layer different pieces of furniture and stack things on top of one another. Put your plants on different levels. It gives it a little bit more dynamics and makes it a little bit more beautiful. And then I like to hang artwork right behind it. Now we are heading into my kitchen, which is really bright pink. So all the greens of the plants really offset it really beautifully. I've got like a mix of different succulents and cactuses mixed in with candles. And then my crystal collection. Crystals and plants, they go perfectly together. When you gotta go, you gotta go. While you're going, why not have a beautiful plant that brings some nice smell into your bathroom? Put a plant in your bathroom is what I'm saying, basically. You can squeeze plants in there while you squeeze one out.
Oh my god, that's not the tip.
Some plants that are great for the bathroom that add greenery are plants that like humidity. Ferns, orchids.
They'll all filter out your air. Now we are heading into my bathroom. I have a really cool succulent bowl right here. I like the green on top of the green. And then this, I installed this plant on the outside so that it covers and gives some privacy when you gotta go.
If you are like me and you have a very dark apartment, it's okay. You can still have some plants. You are not excluded from the garden club.
We are in my bedroom. Excuse the mess and the saw on the floor. Even though I'm near a window, I don't get a lot of light here. So I love this ZZ plant. They're really almost impossible to kill. And they start to make this really floppy, cute, wild, overgrown shape after a few years.
You can have a marginata, a snake plant.
Maidenhair ferns, rubber tree.
If they don't survive in your apartment, try another one until they do.
If
Figure
a
it out.
plant dies, it's okay.
Yes, exactly.
It's okay.
Have
Try
a
again.
funeral for it.
I've had many. I've definitely killed quite a few plants. This plant, which was a very large tree, was not loving my apartment. Before I decided to finally give up, I took one clipping of a branch that was still alive. I put it in water, propagating it, let it root, and now I put it in this pot, and it's doing pretty well. So before you completely give up on a plant, try propagating it. It might come back. I've got faith in this one.
Thanks for hanging out with us and getting all these great plant tips. I hope you put them to use. Don't forget to subscribe to Cosmo.
Subscribe.
And tune into our show, Backyard Envy, Tuesdays at 10 p.m., only on Bravo. Bye.